All I'm going to show you, this is one of my prized possessions. It is something that I did myself because it's the original Chipmunks. I just inked it in to make it look more realistic. Oh, I'm doing this in my car because this way I'll have complete quiet. This is a picture of my picture sleeve of the Chipmunk song. Hope you like that. And now to get onto the cassettes. First, let's all sing with the Chipmunks. Around the World with the Chipmunks, the original cover. Another, Let's All Sing with the Chipmunks. Sing Again with the Chipmunks. The famous Alvin Show tape cassette. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This was released in 1985, and all it actually is the Chipmunks A Go-Go, but on this tape cassette, it's things from 1963 and 64. And I've got the greeting cards on them. The ones from Soki and the ones with the birthday, 3 birthday greeting cards. I don't know if you have any of those. This I made just for myself. This is I just called this, Hi, We're the Chipmunks. Oh, the Witch Doctor. That's what started it all. This is from a promotional song sheet. A picture sleeve of the Chipmunks Alvin's Orchestra. Or I should say David Seville and the Chipmunks Alvin's Orchestra. Another picture of Mr. Bagdasarian. The original first 2 albums, Let's All Sing With and Sing Again. That's how they actually looked. I've got the original albums. And the first album, Let's All Sing With the Chipmunks, my particular version, I talked with a lady that had been at Liberty Records since 1961. No, not 1961. She had been there since the first day of Liberty Records opening. My mistake. But my particular Let's All Sing With, does the matrix number on the record album doesn't match anything that they have. So who knows what I actually have. And it's not a promotional copy or a disc jockey. I remember the lady that talked to me. She said, Mark, I want you to keep everything you have because it'll never ever be released again. And then I asked her, do you remember ever seeing Mr. Bagdasarian? And she said, oh, I remember him coming in every time that he was going to make a 45 or an album. She said she remembered all the reels that he would bring in that he was going to use, that he was going to use for the albums. And now, oh, this picture right here, Bob Clampett actually drew that for when they were going to redesign the Chipmunks for the Alvin Show. This is cool. This is the second version of Around the World with the Chipmunks. I like that cover better. even though the original's funnier. The Chipmunks sing the Beatles hits. Did you know that Mr. Bagdasarian or David Seville actually got to meet them, George, Paul, John, and Ringo? I know I said it out of order, but it's still 4 of them. He got to meet, Mr. Seville got to meet them, asked them if he would give them permission to make an album of all their early songs, and they granted him permission. So it's an actual true story. Christmas with the Chipmunks, Volume 1. My favorite, The Chipmunks Sing with Children. The anthology that I made of, this comes from a coloring book. And I don't know if you can see it, but this actually comes from a coloring book. It's an anthology all the way from 1959 to 1969. The very last Chipmunk album that was made by Mr. Bagdasarian Sr. It's a good one. And the Chipmunks Sing with Dr. Dolittle. This is the one that I wish they would release on CD, because it's the only one that hasn't been. That's the record number. Sunset Records, S5300, 1968. Oh, this was made a year after the film came out, so it's 1968. The Chipmunks A Go-Go album. This is the only album that was not made with Mr. Seville. The record company wanted it out, but he didn't want to do it, so they did it without him. That's kind of mean, I think. And then another copy of the Chipmunks Sing with Children. Let it focus, if it will. And this came from a book, a Whitman book. It's called Ocean Blues. It's actually got just things from the original albums. See? Alvin and the Chipmunks. They're at the beach. I think that's neat. This is Alvin's All-Star Chipmunk Band. This comes from a 45 picture sleeve, and it's got all my 45s on there. This is from the Chipmunk Songbook. I made this so I'd have a copy of it. It's the mono version of it. What I did was I took the picture sleeve, I Xeroxed it, and then typed the Chipmunk Songbook, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore with David Seville. I hope you like it. This comes from the extended play. See, over here in the States, we have extended plays, a 45 record with 3 or 4 or 5 songs on 145. 2 on one side and 3 on the other. This is from the picture sleeve, on the back side of it, I mean. This is from one of my record albums. It's got a lot of things on it. It's even got Ethan Alvin, the hardest one to find, or that I've managed to find. And, oh, the second volume of Christmas with the Chipmunks. I know it says Volume 1, but this is Volume 2. When they re-released it. And This one is from a 45 when they re-released the Chipmunks song. Anyway, this is just the first part. I'm going to try to do the second part tomorrow in a different location. I hope you like it.